Everyone, welcome to Math 1010. My name is Jaylee Willis, and I'm the instructor for this online intermediate algebra course. So, if you log into Canvas and go to our homepage and scroll down to the bottom of it, you can see my contact information here. This is my email address, and you're welcome to either email me or send me messages through Canvas messaging. Either way is fine. They both go directly to my email, and I respond to them equally fast. So that's my contact information. And if you'd like to meet with me over Zoom to discuss any questions or concerns that you have, my office hours will be held in this Zoom room, which you can access through this link here by appointment. So if you click on this link to schedule an appointment, you'll see a variety of times scheduled throughout the week. And I try to offer my office hours at various times, both in the afternoon and in the morning. And potentially, I can also offer some in the evenings if that's helpful for any of you. Um, but you can sign up for a time by clicking on that appointment link. And the appointments are 15 minutes long because usually we'll be able to answer all of your questions within 15 minutes. But if you feel like you have a question that will take a little bit longer than 15 minutes, you're welcome to sign up for 2 appointments back to back. And if you ever log in to schedule an appointment and there's not any appointments available because other people have taken them, or if you aren't available at the times that are still open, then you're welcome to send me an email and we can schedule a time outside of my typical office hours. I don't mind doing that. I'm happy to help. But this is a really easy way for you guys to set up appointments with. So that's how you can get in contact with me. And another resource that you guys have available to you throughout this course is the SUU Tutoring Center. So these tutoring sessions are completely free if you do drop-in tutoring. And you can do drop-in tutoring either online or in person on campus anytime between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday. But basically, business hours, Monday through Friday, you can do drop-in tutoring. And they also have some paid tutoring sessions if you feel like you need a little bit more focused tutoring. And those paid tutoring sessions are significantly discounted. So they're really a great deal if you feel like you need to have an hour, like a full hour with a tutor on a regular basis. But for the most part, you should be able to do just fine with the drop-in tutoring, which is free. Just keep in mind that depending on how many people they have coming to drop-in tutoring, you may have to wait in line a little bit, but they're usually really good about getting people helped as quickly as possible. So that's how you can contact me and how you can access the tutoring center. If we click on the syllabus link, I want to go through the structure of our course to make sure you understand that. So again, there's my contact information. We do have a textbook for this course. It's Intermediate Algebra by Turner and McKeague. And this textbook is included with the online homework system that you need to purchase for this class. So unless you really want to have a paper copy of the textbook, you don't have to buy the textbook because when you complete this assignment, which is due on the first day of class, to set up the online homework system, it will automatically include the textbook with it. And the cost for both of those together is going to be $45. And this assignment will walk you through the process of doing that. And whenever you're ready to work on your homework, so on the second day of class, when you have your first assignment, you'll always complete your assignments in XYZ. So if you go to xyzhomework.com, it'll look like this. And when you log in, you'll see a list of your courses over here. And most likely you'll only be enrolled in my course. So you'll just click on Math 1010 Summer 2024. And this will show you the calendar for our course. So to access the assignment, like on the second day of class, we'll be doing assignment 2.1. You'll click on that spot on the calendar, and then you'll click this link down here. So to go back to that, you click on the calendar, and then this link down here will take you to the assignment. And you can pause the assignment as you're working on it. You don't have to finish it all in one sitting. And each question will give you 3 tries on the question. So the main goal of the homework is to help you learn the material. And it's okay if you make mistakes as you're learning. And so that's why you have multiple tries. And you're also welcome to complete the assignment as a whole multiple times if you would like to. And I actually recommend doing that if it's a topic that you feel like you're struggling with. Because if you practice it more, that will help you understand it more. And you're welcome to get help from either me or the tutors as you're working through your homework assignments. Now, you might be like, okay, well, that's great. There's my assignments, but how do I actually learn the material? So if we go back to the homepage, you can use the ebook to read through the content for the corresponding sections. So the names of the assignments correspond to the chapter number and the section number. So you could click on the ebook. And if you're working on section 2.1, you go to chapter 2, then section 2.1. Oh, I think you have to register for that. But basically, that's how you get to that. And the other resource, which a lot of my students prefer to use over the textbook, is the videos that I've created. So if you go to the 2.1 assignment in Canvas, it will tell you to submit the assignment in or in XYZ. So when you look at your assignment in Canvas, you're not submitting anything. But the reason why this is important for you is because this is where I'll give you the links to my recorded lectures. So I actually taught Math 1010 in a previous semester, and I taught it live, and I recorded all of my lectures, and so those are the videos that you're watching. So you may hear other students asking questions, and that's because when I recorded these, it was a live lecture. But they should be very helpful, and they're usually about 15-ish minutes long. It varies depending on the difficulty of the topic. So some of them are longer, some of them may be a little bit shorter. But in general, the recorded lectures are going to be about 15-ish minutes long. So that's how you can learn the concepts, but you can also use the online homework or the online textbook as well. So that's how you'll be doing the homework. You are also welcome to use a scientific calculator in this course, but you are not allowed to use graphing calculators. And some of the assignments will require a scientific calculator, so you want to make sure you do have that. And I would highly recommend not using your phone calculator because you won't be able to use your phone on the tests. And so you want to use the homework as a practice to help you prepare for the tests. So make sure you get a calculator if you don't already have one, and it will need to be a scientific calculator so that you can do logarithms at the end of the semester. Let's see, what else? Okay, grading. The way that your grade is calculated is 20% of your grade is based on homework, and the other 80% is based on tests. So we have 3 tests throughout the semester and then the final exam, so a total of 4 tests. And basically, each one of those tests is worth 20%. So as you're working on the homework, remember that ultimately most of your grade is going to come from the tests. And so the goal of the homework is not just to get it done to get it done. It's to use it as a learning opportunity so that you're prepared for when you take the tests. So that's the information you need to know about grading. Due dates, all of the due dates are listed in Canvas, and all homework assignments are due the evening of the lecture that I've linked in the Canvas assignments. And if you ever need to complete an assignment late, you can use late passes. So this isn't showing up in XYZ right now because none of my assignments are late. But if I wanted to complete assignment 2.1 after the due date, there would be a link right here that would say use a late pass so that I could extend the due date for assignment 2.1 and still get credit for it if I submitted it late. So that link will show up to the right of this right here. but it's not showing up here because I don't have any late assignments yet. So you will receive 100 late passes at the beginning of the semester, and you can request more from me as needed. So I don't care how many late passes you use. I would obviously recommend that you finish all of the assignments before the test that the assignments are on, because otherwise you're really going to struggle on the test. But the goal of the homework is to help you learn. And if you need an extension to help you learn better, that's totally fine. But do your best to submit the assignments on time, because that will help you not feel overwhelmed as the test is getting closer. All of the tests will be proctored with Proctorio, and those have to be completed on time. If you do have an extenuating circumstance, I can work with you. But in general, you should plan on always completing the tests by the due dates listed in Canvas. See, so that's due dates, homework. Even though you're submitting the assignments online, I would highly recommend that you show your work for all of the problems on paper. So maybe get like a math notebook or something like that as you complete the assignments. Part of the reason for this is because when you take the test, you have to show your work. Otherwise, you get a 0 on the question, even if you got the answer right. So when I'm looking at the test, I'm really looking at your work and if your work is shown. And so you want to make sure on the homework that you're practicing writing out your work and practicing the process. It will also help you organize your thinking. And some of the problems would be really, really hard to do without writing it out. So you want to get used to writing out your work and showing it neatly and clearly so that when I grade the tests, you get full credit for showing your work instead of partial credit or potentially no credit if you don't show your work at all. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Like I said on the test, if you don't show your work on your test, then you get a 0, even if the answer is correct. So make sure that you're showing your work on both the unit tests and also the final exam. For the grades, because our homework is completed in a different website than Canvas, the grades do not automatically update to Canvas. But I will be syncing Canvas and XYZ once a week. And if you notice an error in the gradebook that persists more than 10 days, let me know because it might be an issue with the way that the grades are syncing. But in general, you should see your grades in Canvas updated every week. Okay, so that's everything from the syllabus. I just want to show you guys the calendar really quickly, and then I will wrap this video up. Okay, so if you look at the calendar for our course, on the first day of class, you'll be signing up for the homework system as well as watching this welcome video. And then you'll start working on your assignments tomorrow or the second day of class. And if you look at the schedule, you'll see that you basically have 4 assignments a week. And they're due on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Monday is a day that we either use for tests, or if there's not a test that week, you can use it as just a day to catch up or work ahead. And I forgot to mention that actually, but you are welcome to work ahead. You can take the tests early. And if you want to finish up the entire course a couple weeks or even like a month or so early, you are welcome to do that. So yeah, so that's kind of our overall schedule. And I want to show you guys how a week with the test works. So our first test will be June 10th. And each test will have 2 assignments. So you'll have one test that's proctored with Proctorio, and this is where the test questions are. So you'll have to set up Proctorio, and I'll send out an email later explaining how to do that. But once you are into the test, you'll see the test questions, and you'll be writing down your answers on your scratch paper. And then after you complete the test, then you will upload your work in a separate assignment because Proctorio won't let you take pictures with your phone or open up separate tabs, which you'll probably need to do. in order to take pictures of your work. And so you'll finish the test in the Proctorio assignment. And then within 10 minutes of taking the test, you need to upload your work. So I will be looking at when you submit your Proctorio test. And if your Scratch work is not uploaded within 10 minutes of that, then you will get a 0 on the test because it wouldn't be fair for you to have any extra time to work on the test after the proctored test has already ended. So I'll send out more information as we get closer to the test, but that's why there's 2 assignments. There's one that will give you the test questions, and then there's one where you'll upload your work. And then about a week or so before each test, you'll have an assignment with a study guide for the test. And this is the best way to study and prepare for the test because you'll see examples of the types of questions that will be asked. Obviously, not the exact same questions, but most often they're the same types of questions with just different numbers. So you'll want to make sure you always complete the study guide before you take the test. And on the first test, you'll also have an assignment where you'll learn how to upload a PDF so that you can practice this process of uploading your work so that you can do it within 10 minutes of completing the test. So whenever the study guide is due, the test will only cover the assignments up to that point. So like test 1 will include the assignment 4.4 and everything before it, but it will not include 5.1, 5.2, or 5.3. And then if we go to July, this test will cover actually, I guess the study guide was due in June. There it is. So the test 2 study guide is due on the 26th of June, and the test 2 will basically cover everything from the previous study guide up until there. So it will cover everything from 5.1 up to 9.2. And then the test is due the following Monday. So that's kind of the schedule of how our course works. We have 3 tests, and then the final exam is cumulative, meaning that it's going to cover topics from or from the entire semester. So that's our schedule. I can't think of anything else that you will need to know. If you have any questions after watching this video, please send me an email. And I hope that you have a wonderful semester and a wonderful day today.